Yeah, very good. Thank you very much for asking me about sound of silence. The concept of sound of silence is very much acceptable, and the people in the world are focusing on it nowadays. I'll speak some important points about the sound of silence to you, right? So just bear with me for 2 3 minutes. Most of the urban dwellers ignore the positive effects of the nature. Who? The people who are living in the urban areas, and the effect of the nature's sound on us is very much positive. But something worst is the biophobia, a process resulted from the extinction of experience in children, and that in turn can result in future biodiversity conservation concerns. Also, this COVID period, the pandemic period, uh, during this period, you must have viewed, you must have experienced a very good opportunity for people, I mean, for all of us to reflect on it. We could have experienced the incidence of this COVID crisis on biodiversity, on the horizon, on the nature at all, the relationships is well recognized. People would be looking for a well-being condition associated to nature. Associated to nature means in close contact of the nature. So the cities are nowadays very much, dynamic environments are there. The integration of ecological and social systems, where new multidisciplinary paradigms are emerging through urban planning and many more things. Open to the visitors, protected from natural settings in both the cases, whether it is physical or it is mental attribute, it is the stress of pandemic, or in other words, for the well-being conditions and many more things. So sound of silence ultimately is, if you want to understand, should go to the villages and to make an environment of oneness. Oneness means complete integration between yourself and the nature. If you are observing a tree, if you are observing a flower pot, you are communicating with it. You are one with that plant, with that tree, so on and so forth. See, carbon dioxide emissions and many more things have, uh, to be considered in the livinghood. And it's a two-lane role, nature to artificial or man-made, and man-made to nature. It's a two-lane, and there should be a balance. You cannot say one lane is giving in abundance and the other lane is just consuming, consuming, and consuming, right? So this is what I can say about it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, in continuation with your question about the effect on human body, health, psychology, understanding uh, of nature's reactions, responses, and the equilibrium condition of human and other living beings and non-living beings in connection to sound of silence. It's very much well connected with spirituality, because spiritual science is the ultimate science, and rest of the sciences which are just for leisurely needs to be fulfilled, basically sitting in the comfortable seat, I feel technology is everything for me. But if you go in a computer center where thousands and hundreds of computers are live, means they are switched on, and so many thousands of rays are penetrating your brain, your cells, your eyes, And similarly, if you go in an area where so many horns honking, say in Mumbai, or say in even the very dense areas of say some city like Delhi, or even in some other centers, where your ears start it frustrating, means frustration of the ear, can get you can get relaxed when you are in a you know uh, jungle area, in an area where less population, good vegetation. So these are the effects when you are in an area where no number of antennas are placed. So many rays are hitting your body, and that you can feel. It gives frustration, it gives irritation, and then headache. So say microwave oven, so that is a creation of science of ours, not the science of the science invented by the nature. So these are various practical effects which you can see. Silence situation can put us in deep sleep zone, in low frequency zone, where you can feel very much relaxed. Say music, high pitch music, high sound music, and you keep the patient nearby, then what is going to happen? But in place of that, if you keep the patient in calm and cool zone, or low frequency like oh, then see the effect, right? So the importance of sound of silence, and the sound of nature. The sound of silence you can observe when at 2:30 or 3:30, between 2:30 to 3:30 a.m. in the morning, you keep your eye on the earth. Keep your ears on the earth, and try to listen the sound of earth. Earth speaks, earth sounds. Om. Similarly, the entire nature speaks. Om. Sun, our sun, Surya Narayan, the sound of Om continuously comes, right? So, please try to observe what exactly is the sound of silence.